to tell you today about my high school days. On After Monday I started it's high school. I was super excited. I'm finally going to go to school, and probably I shouldn't have been. And I'm going to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Rex. If you're new to my account, my name is Rex. I'm a 16-year-old emo and chat goth. And before you decide to judge me, if you're going to judge me, please leave my YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, or even Instagram, because I don't want you at my accounts. Or even Discord if you do know me. I'm a Tyrian. My stereotype is a German Shepherd and a bat. So you know. And I'm going to tell you, I take him the girl, I really love her, and I'm going to tell you about the story today. It was high school. It was a Wednesday, and I just got up. We started at 9. It was a little slow day. We decided, the teacher decided, we're going to have a slow day and wake up today at 9 instead. We're going to start. After we started, I was going to go on a walk after a couple of lessons we had. We were in at 15, so we had a couple of lessons, and we went to these lessons. And this is a true story on my high school day today. And there was these couple of girls, and we were talking, and I immediately just decided to tell them I have a girlfriend, and they all stared at me really weirdly staring. And I tell them right now, if you think it's weird that I have a girlfriend, please just. Why do you think it's weird? First of all, it's not weird that someone has a boyfriend or girlfriend if they're not straight. It's completely fine. I didn't understand why they acted so weird, and I said, "Oh, I really like your style." And people were giving me compliments, these girls, and they were fake compliments. I know that. I have got them so much that I started actually finding them really much normal. It was how to say, one of the girls decided to ask me what my style is. I had to ask her 2 times what the fuck she meant, because I didn't clearly understand what the fuck she was meaning. And I said emo and trad goth. And she said, what's trad goth? If you don't know, they're the people who wear white makeup and black eyeliner, black lipstick, many designs, and I actually am. And when I showed her a picture, they started laughing. I said, what's so funny? She said, oh no, we're not laughing at you. But I know damn well they're just laughing at me. And if these girls see that, please leave the fuck my life. I do not want to see you. I hate you all because you all decided to bully me a fucking school day. And this was school, and we're going to first call the first girl named Sarah S, the second girl L, and third girl J, and the fourth girl A. And these all were acting super weird. S started acting really weird around me. They were just, all these were hanging out. We were 6 people, and now we're currently only 5 because one of them are sick, or I don't know what happened to this girl. And they started walking, and these all 4 were walking together like this. And I was completely alone because I didn't have anyone to walk with. So I put on my pom-poms, and I was dragging them up. If you know, I have these 2 muffins that I pulled up. And they were continue walking, so the teacher waited for me to come, and I did come. Walking with them. Then we were having quiz and all that. We were just walking, walking like anyone would. Then they started acting really strange. They decided to ask me if they could see a picture of my girlfriend, and my girlfriend is a trans woman. And I told her 3 times, she's trans. She's a trans woman. She transitioned from a female to male? No. Trans woman means that someone transitioned from a man to a woman, so they count as women. And a trans man is transitioning from a female to a man, except that it's a man. Transmasculine and transfeminist are 2 different things because the people are transitioning to feminine or masculinity, so please accept it. When people say that you're trans, please use their pronouns. If that's hard for you, use their name, not the dead name. Is that hard? No. It's really easy, and if you forget or accidentally tell the person, say to them you forgot their name, if they could just tell. If you do this on purpose, putting their names all the time wrong just because you think it's funny, you're not funny, you're just being super annoying. Let me tell you, and this is not related to the story. And we had a lesson, and I told them 3 times, and my girlfriend, she's lesbian and polyamorous, and I support the LGBTQ people, I support non-human people, I support furries, Aryan, I even my furry myself. And my wife is a furry too, and I'm fine with that because I love this community. I love the community. Other paws, alternative humans, I do love these people. They're really nice, and some people are actually kind. But if you do meet some people that are kind of rude, then just know not everyone is the same. Everyone is different, and some people can be rude, some people can have bad days, some people can be really sweet, and other styles are really nice if you haven't met them. Then maybe they just had a bad day, or just they generally don't like you. It's not your fault. Let me tell you. And this was not. I was just going to tell you things I support. And afterwards, we were like. They said we'll go to the store, and I had my power bank in my back pocket because I need to charge my phone, my charger in my pocket, my keys, and my key card to get into class, to school. And I didn't have my wallet big enough. I would have bought a drink because it was so warm. I put my wallet back in my bag, and my bag was back in school in a locker, so I couldn't take it out. While I was in there, I decided to go to the store, and my drop was couple of times my brush dropped, and it wasn't my fault until we went to the store. And this one girl said, "Can you fucking put that brush away? You're all the time dropping it." And I got really sad because it's really rude. And one of those girls really said what's wrong, and I just went off because, excuse me, that's really rude that you told someone that's annoying. It's not my fault that my brush all the time dropped. It was not my fucking fault. It was the brush because it was in my pocket. How did I do that? Then they decided to ask me if something's wrong, and I was like, no. Like, you could hear my voice. I was not angry. I was angry, and they said, okay, that's great. Excuse me, I was bad. What the fuck? Then it was lesson time, and we were going to the plan 4. Like, we have different plans, and one of those plan 4. And when we were going up, I waited for like a couple of minutes, but it didn't come up. So I said, okay, that's going down, and I ended up getting to the wrong class. And they said, no, she's in styling, so she's going to the other. Yeah, and I getting super mad because these girls literally forgot about me, but one of their friends were missing. They remembered her. And I said to them, you couldn't fucking remember me? Literally. And they said, but we decided to go upstairs. I said, and you can remember other fucking people coming, but you did not, you forgot me. You fucking horse. And I did call him a whore. And please do not repeat what I said. And I was like super angry. I didn't care. I was angry. And afterwards, I decided, like, you know, fuck you. I was super sad. I started crying, okay? Then these girls, they started, like, whispering when we had a little bit of break because I missed literally the entire lesson. I only had, like, 29 minutes I was in the lesson before I literally just been out of it for, like, because it was, like, I have to say, acting. And I really wanted to see the acting. And we're, like, talking. Then these girls, this was one of the benches. We put this as a bench as an example. Here's one of the benches, and here's the example of the classroom outside the benches here. And this bench nearby was near a door, and they were like, and I was sitting here like completely, like I was sitting here near the classroom, and they were like talking about me. I think about me because they were all some other girls, and how to say, Jay was all the time looking at me. It was like whispers I couldn't hear. Okay, it was far away, so I couldn't hear what the fuck they were talking about. Then afterwards, a lesson started, and after we had like she started a lesson, and one of these girls, I started talking really inappropriate. Like she started saying rude stuff. Start about the teacher, like the teacher asked something, and they would say the wrong answer or literally just be rude about it. And I ended up telling them, and it was like, if you don't know the answer, just say you don't know the answer. It's not that hard. Then I said to one of the girls, because one of the girls were like being super weird, super mean, and I said to her in person, can you never shut up? And she looked at me like, excuse me, look. And I said, what are you looking at? And she would turn, and she kept on looking at me with nasty looks. Like, all of these were giving me nasty looks. Like, I don't know why they all hated me. For no odd reason, they all just hated me at the start of the school day. And after that, school ended. I was like, we were going to play charades, and I did not play that charade because they were like, this was me. I'm not playing fucking charades because they're going to be mean about it. And they were super, like, they were hovering in a group and whispering and talking with me, keep talking smack about me. And the teacher literally told them around like 2 times in the first day, bring locks to school. Bring locks to school around like 2 or 3 times. They did not bring it until they went to the store to buy this meat. It wasn't that hard. And you have to lock your bag in your own the key. And you have to give an extra key if you have, or even a code lock. Then that's okay, but just the teacher knows. They decided that that would be a great idea to go to the store and buy, but they never locked their phone. And the teacher literally had to go with a basket to get our phones, because when you're in high school you go around a lot, so you have to bring your phone everywhere. And some teachers confiscate your phone, some teachers actually let you have your phone as long as you don't use it during class. Well, these literally didn't put on their phones because they didn't want to. There was only me and another girl that decided their phones. There's one girl, Elle, decided to say, didn't you put in your phones? It was like, shh, don't snitch. She did that. But luckily the teacher will go into the next class, so we got to take our phones, because after the lesson we're going on lunch. While at lunch, all of them sat together, and I was like sitting at the last table. None of them invited me to come sit with them or even talk with them. They ignored me the whole damn lunch. And then later on break, we had like a 1 hour break, and we were going to lunch. After lunch, we were going to have a 1 hour break from 10:50 to 11:30. We had break. And you could even go a little bit earlier if you eat done, because the other class knew, because our cafeteria is getting renovated until January, so we have to eat in another cafeteria, another place at school. This one was like a cafeteria, and we did eat. And afterwards, they were super weird about something I didn't understand about. Is that they said they were going to the store, and one of the teachers asked, "Are you going to wait with the girls?" And I was like, "Okay, I should wait. I shouldn't be mean that man." They never came to lunch. They never did buy anything to eat. They literally just went to the store and bought a lock for. Sorry, but our school is near a 7-Eleven, and near some like stores that you can actually buy locks. How does it take you a whole break to go buy a lock and come back? That's a little bit strange, because if you go into the store, because here's the store, here's our school, here's the school, here's the 7-Eleven. If you go a little bit, then here's like, if you go across the street, you see another store, and the store particularly sells many stuff like locks, CD players, like that. They do have even, how to say, phone cases. Well, they were acting super strange that you needed to go a whole break just to go buy a lock. I don't know, did you go to the moon and back for getting a lock? Not that hard. So I didn't really care, and it was like a little bit suspicious, like a little bit too suspicious that you went and bought a lock. Like, excuse me, how many minutes can it take to buy a lock? If it was like a lot of people, yes, I would understand. And I tell you right now, if you live in Sweden by chance and you know about these lines like pink, gray, and other colors of line, then you would know. And one of these girls were from the green line, and I swear, people from the green line, like one particular place in the green line, they're always trying. She was like, I come from the streets, like the streets that, you know, gangsters all that, she said. And it was like me, and I'm from there too. And she was like, yeah, I grew up there. And that's where people who grew up from that place are literally trying to act like they want to be gangsters, or they think they're the next hot shit that they're not. Well, let's just say I did not talk to any of those girls the whole school. Then I did call them a whore. And she was like, are you ready to apologize to me? No. And my friend Clara said, do not apologize for what you said. I'm never apologizing for what I said to those girls. Because first of all, you're not being fucking mean to me. And second of all, you're not going to be rude about it. And that was my whole school, high school, and I did not like it. Like, this one in high school. And I did see my friend, by the way, a guy, friend of mine. Yeah, that was my whole life.